right. Here we go again. Do another art stream. I think we should start by just kind of catching ourselves up with where the dev left off, Jesse. He's been doing a great job streaming some of the gameplay, programming and stuff, and it's looking really good. He has he's set up the tire to bounce at or move at a consistent speed. It looks really reliable. And now we have oh, look at that, and the tire disappears when you score, and characters reset. Awesome, hell yeah! And the characters move at a slightly slower speed than the tire, which is great. So you're always kind of like trying to catch it. I think this is going to be. It seems a lot less chaotic with one person on screen, but when you have 4 people on screen, it's like this. I'm sure will balance it a lot better because we did a play test with the original version I set up with 4 people, and it was like pure chaos. But I'm excited to test this with 4 people. We still got a bit of a rough block out level right here. I stopped the art design stuff at this point because I didn't want to do the whole process because you don't want to really finish any assets, any part of the game until it's like ready for it. Basically, there's this mentality that I adapted from watching some of the behind the scenes in the Overwatch process and how they brought their levels up and gameplay up together. It's kind of this mentality where you want to bring everything up slowly together. You don't want to take, like for example, when I built these goals, I don't want to make the goal shape and then final model, final texture, bring it into engine, and then realize like, oh, it's got to change the size, it's got to change the look in some parts. So you want to kind of do the minimal amount of effort on everything and bring all of the gameplay, the character movement, the interaction, the level design, the assets, all of it up slowly together so that you kind of don't shoot yourself in the foot by wasting too much time on one element and kind of locking it. You don't really want to put yourself in the position where you've mentally locked the look and design or just any decisions you made early on. You don't want to put yourself in a position where you feel like you're obligated to keep it because you put so much time into it as well. It's just kind of like a human element you have to battle when doing this stuff. Just make sure that you do a little bit on all levels and bring the whole thing, all elements up together. This is great. It's not clipping through. I did a great job. Okay, so today we are going to work on some control rig, making some control rig animations, making an animation blend space, animation montage with the characters so that he can run around and his upper half will be sweeping a broom. We're going to try to make the broom sweep, the sweep speed be dynamic based on how fast you're moving or if you're moving or not. So, yeah. We'll see how far I get in that because I'm not an expert with the character animation, skeletal mesh animation stuff in Unreal Engine. I do know a decent amount, but there's certain things like the animation montages and blending and stuff that I just don't have enough experience in, though I'm sure it's very manageable. I just might have to be doing a bit of research on the stream, which is always part of, you know, doing this stuff, always. But I try to hide it, but today I won't. Okay, yeah, so we used to have a puck, but now we've got this, you see this block out broom? So this is going to be the main way that we interact with pushing the thing around. It's going to be kind of like your broom pushing this stuff around. Let's start by making a broom model. I'm going to Blender and do that. We got our ref in here. I'm just going to use this and make a new one, hockey, and call this broom. Get rid of our cutouts here. Get our ref here. All right, we can make a, you know, a pretty close to final broom asset. divide this a little less subdivisions here. Shade smooth by angle. You can be a little exaggerated. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to just do a rough look first. It's going to have to be a tilted handle, but first I'm just going to get a little bit. Let's see. I'll bring in an engine first and kind of take a look at how it feels before I do anything too final. But I'll, just like I did with the goal, I'll make it look really cartoony and rowdy in the end. Make sure we're kind of even in our inset there. Make sure it's ground zero. Make it a little bit, yeah. Delete that face there. We don't need that. Inset there. Okay. For now, I know it's not great, but for now, this will be fine. And I'm going to change the axis of this point. I hit Control Alt A, all transforms to there so that I can easily rotate this guy from that axis there. All right, let's see how we're feeling with this. Just gonna hold it to the side. I'm just kind of mimicking myself here. Hold it to the side. It's gonna be a little bit angled, but let's see. You want the broom handle actually a little bit like that, and maybe we can even have it, the whole thing kind of a little bit like that. Okay, let's just say this looks good for now. Let's get that in engine, and then we'll reward ourselves by making a final model of this later. I'll get a... Nah, I'm not going to do the final, like, cartoonification of this stuff yet. And I'm not even going to merge this stuff. I'm just going to export this as a temporary broom. Hockey broom. Yep. Then let's import this. We can quickly find our source location here by doing that, but for some reason that doesn't always work with Unreal Engine. At least on this computer. I do not know why, but good thing we have a very organized art production folder structure here. Let's see, household, hockey, output, broom. And I had the wrong import settings here. We want to combine meshes. Yep. Make sure we save that. Check it out. Okay. So I'm going to hop over. I have a different map that I use for making my animations. So I'm going to open that up. Dev, anim, control rig, playground. And this little map here, yep, that's right. Okay, so I go into our characters, no, cinematics, and I have control rig animations. I'm going to make a new cinematic little sequence. Control rig broom sweep. Okay, let's add this guy. Here. All right, let's add our control rig, acid-based control rig. Whoa. Oh my God. My girlfriend just sent me this crazy house here in Portland. That is nuts. Where is that? Wow. I mean, look at that. That's crazy. That's completely unaffordable, but it's really cool. Like Memphis minimal mod kind of look. Oh man, look at that pool. That's crazy. That is wild. Well, good luck to somebody. And congrats. That's so cool. Wow. Sorry for that little divergence. Okay, back to this. Okay, we got a control rig. I'm actually just realized that a better way to get these animations, or use this map, is to spawn the props that they're holding. I see it. Let me actually, just to make this, I'm gonna, yeah, hockey broom. Okay. Green port, so it's facing the right direction. Nice. So we want to make a pretty simple broom sweeping animation. First, what we're going to do is, let's see, we got a control rig. We're going to grab one of these attach sockets. We have these empty bones here that we use to attach to the hands, and then we can move around and attach objects to it. It lets us to, like, you know, hold guns and items in the right position we want. So I'm going to add a constraint here. And we want that on the, actually we want that on the right hand. So we want that at parent constraint, right hand IK control. Yep. Okay. Perfect. And let's zero out its location and rotation. And we are going to attach to character boy, and then that is attach bind 01. All right, so now, oh, and then we also need to zero out his transforms. Right there, rotation's good. All right, so now we just need to position this guy. Maybe I should actually, you know what I should do? Is position the axis of this guy around where we want it to be held. So like right there. That might make it a little bit easier. So if I re-import that. Yeah, that's closer. All right, and we need to take the bone that it's attached to, and kind of position this in the hand Or maybe actually, let's move the hand. We get to world rotation stuff into... Let me see. I've got to kind of mimic it over here. His elbow's going to be out. His right hand... Okay. The camera speed's way too high. Let's get this. Yeah, that's about good. And then get this guy up in the air a little bit. We want world rotation in that. I mean, that looks a little goofy. I get it, but it's kind of what we are. See if we can get the other hand. It's going to be a bit of a stretch here. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch. Let's give him let's make him do a grabbing pose a little bit if we can. I'm gonna hide the hockey stick for a little bit so I can kind of see this better. Get a bit of a grabbing pose here. The really nice thing about using Control Rig, if you get it set up, is that you can do all the stuff in Unreal Engine and use all the assets you want to use with it. It's really nice. Okay, that's actually not too bad, I think. Let's see what happens if we turn on the broom. And then we get the broom attach. Let's get it at least positioned in the hand. Somewhat right. Whatever, I'll just use this world rotation stuff. Feels like our broom is... No, that's right. Why is it not rotating? I guess I don't understand why that's not rotating. Just rotated it. Well, anyways, that looks like... about right. Get a little bit further in hand there. See, that should be right if I move this stuff around. Oh, I have it on. I see. That's why. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then I should definitely... Oh, why is the rotation so awkward on that? Oh, I guess because it's based on the rotation of the parent. I should have not done parent rotate. No, I do need to do parent rotation. It's just going to be awkward to move around. Oh, it's gonna be tedious. Tell you what. That's animation though, huh? 3D animation's a little tedious. Okay, that doesn't look too bad, I think. Let me just adjust this a little bit by fixing the fingers. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Question is, can we get this arm over there in a way that looks good? Probably not, to be honest. Yeah, it's real difficult to do. We have a really simple... Ooh, see, we have a really simple control rig going on right now. So it's not gonna... What do you think? Looks good. Yeah, we can't really mess with the elbow bones. Maybe I can bring this... Actually, you know, the upper body should be twisted. Yeah. Okay. See, this helps a lot. Upper body twisted a bit. There we go. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's what was missing. I mean, yeah, your body's not facing straight when you're sweeping. Still won't really reach. And stand up. The body's got to be more twisted, I think. Even more than that. See if we can get it to around there. This might look a little weird. If we can get the hand a little bit further back and up, and then the broom a little forward, I think that'll be better. Make what bigger? The broom? Make the broom bigger? We get someone in chat. It's my friend. Classic. Well, I'm trying to use tools from this decade, I guess, or this century. I'd use Maya if I'm kind of rusty at, you know, rubbing stones together and making tools and stuff, but For some cavemen, it's good, you know. Oh man, that looks awful. It's really like this control rig is really temp, and that's kind of the problem. It's a very temp control rig. Honestly, his pose isn't bad. Ignore the lower body, because the lower body is going to be blended with the run animation, but it's really just like we're at the limits of what our arm joints can do with this control rig setup. Our animator, who's super talented, just set this up really quick for me to do this stuff in... Actually... Oh, look at that. Okay, that's not bad. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm satisfied. It's going to be really annoying to animate that hand that's not... although, I could parent this hand to... Oh, that'll be crazy. I wonder if that'll work. If I parent this hand... Let me try that. I'm going to add a constraint. Parent constraint to this guy. Relative parent constraint. So if I move this... Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, doing my chores. I missed a spot way over here. Hold on. Oh, I'm into it. Okay, that worked pretty well, actually, those constraints. Missed a spot over there. And over there. Over here. Nice. I want the broom animation to be kind of goofy looking. I might need to modify the broom models so that the head is like facing straight, just visually, so that the character doesn't get confused, or the player doesn't get confused and be like, oh, why is I'm gonna shoot it at an angle, right? Maybe that's I'm overthinking it, but okay, let's get these fingies. Get these fingies up and running. And then the thumb, bring this around here. I mean, that's good enough. Good enough for the demo. That worked out pretty good. I'm happy with it. Doesn't matter if it's colliding with the body a little bit. We got this out here and this guy. Get that more in the air. Let's get that shoulder up. Oh my. Whoops. Oh yeah, that's good. Cool. Looks awesome. Okay. Alright, now to make a really goofy, quick sweeping animation. It should be just really back and forth and it doesn't even need to be that many frames. Let's just make a keyframe for our hand right here. Add a keyframe there. Let's just see what it looks like to push this forward. That looks goofy, but we're gonna fix that. This control we can keep So it starts up. Yep. Shoulder control starts up, and then let's get the hand forward. No, that's not what we want to do. Let's go to 15 frames, and let's move this guy forward. Yep. And you down. Ooh. Yeah, the left hand doesn't like that. It's okay. It should bake fine. It's when it's overextended is the problem, and it's definitely overextended. Let's get a little bit of a bend look happening here. Yeah, it's overextended, which is... I wonder if there's... I'll ask my animate if there's a setting to make sure when it's overextended doesn't flip out. We don't want it to be... You know, it doesn't have to be too much more than that. Let's make the total length 15 frames, or 20 frames. I think it could be, let's do 10 frames actually. Let's see how that feels. I mean, let's see how that bakes. It's definitely overextended, so it's glitching out, but it should bake okay. It looks goofy when it's trying to... Yeah, it's a little goofy looking. But it should be fine. It's a little slow of an animation, I'd say. I want it to be, like, funny. Like, let's just preview what maybe the right speed might be. Yeah. Yeah, that's funnier, I think. So, do you want to do... I think it needs to be fast pushing out and then slower pushing in. Let's turn off snapping. Well, no, we need snapping on just so it doesn't do awkward frames. We can set the animation montage play rate as well. So let's just see what happens if we bake this out. So we're going to bake animation sequence. Animations. And let me just remind myself of our naming conventions here. Characters. And what are we calling this? We're calling this broom sweep. Boy, broom sweep. All right. Animations. Boy. Broom sweep. Okay. All right, let's give him, let's just test this out. Let's see, animation asset. Yep, it baked fine. Yeah, bakes perfectly fine. And then I'll give it a faster speed when we call it in the blueprint. So now we have to make an animation montage. And now this is where I don't have as much experience, but we can save our sequencer here, and this is basically like our Maya Blender file with our animation. It has the hockey broom spawned in automatically, so I don't need to add that to the level, because I use this level for multiple things, so it's not good to just keep all your assets and tools in the level, just one character, and then I spawn in all the stuff I need with the sequencer. And I just made a duplicate that I'm not saving the level and added the baked sequence to it, and it seems to be working fine. So what we want to do, let's take our broom sweep and let's create an animation montage. AM broom sweep. Yeah, and we want, this is default slot. We want this upper body. Now, why is that not working? Okay, it is working. And we want a new slot. Default slot? Now let me see how we have our other montages set up. Like shove. Yeah, see that one has, that's why that's not right, because we have that. So I wonder if it's just working now. But we can definitely go into our map now. Let's see, let's go into our map. Rink-a-dank. For anyone that joined, we can show them what we're working with here. Little hockey game where you push a broom around with 4 players and try to get in the other person's goal. Boink. Score. And then reset. Nice. I may change these starting positions. By that I mean I will change these starting positions. Get them back here. Get back here. You're going nowhere. You're going nowhere. Alright, here we go. Do 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 do. Okay. Okay. A lot of unknown territory for me, but we're going to try it out. Play montage. Let's say. Let's see what this does. Let's see if we can first to understand how that shove works, or how animation montages work. Let's see if we can fix shove, and we just get rid of. We fixed it. See, look at that. Now, just the regular walk animation's happening while we shove. Now let's see how that's called. We can go to reference viewer. Reference viewer. Let's see where shove is called. Oh boy, push? Hold on. Oh, I see. I guess BP dude. What the heck is that? BP dude. Is it BP zero base? Zero base. Alright, let's open up zero base and see how shove is being called. Or are we still using gameplay ability shove? That might be the case. Reference viewer. Yeah, that's what... Okay, so it's going to this first. Play montage. Yeah, they're just playing montage. I guess that's just what it's doing, so that should work. I guess it just starts and ends. So what we want to do... Actually not sure how to do this. To keep this animation going. This is where I'm empty. Oh, it needs to loop. First of all. Is there like a... Okay, here we go. That's it. Maybe that's the only thing we needed to do. Broom sweep. He's not doing it. Oh. Duh. Still not doing it. Why would that be? But on... Completed. Yeah, he does it, but it should be... Should be looping. Play montage. Play animontage. Maybe this one. Broom sweep. Yeah, it does it, then it finishes, so... It goes to the end. It's pretty cool, honestly, how much it's blending there. That's pretty interesting. It's like trying to blend between both. But maybe that's fine. I wish it kept playing. How do we get it to keep playing here? I see. How do I keep this state? Now it's time to Google, I guess. V5 Animmontage. Continue playing. When you create an Animmontage, there's a tab, Montage Sections. Okay. This will list sections you have created, or just show default if that is left. Click on the white box on the right of your section, and the drop down, select the section name. Now it will loop. Okay. Did that do it? You want to watch, see what happens in this tab when you add additional animations. Okay. Oh, he's doing it. Look at that. That was it. We fixed it. Nice. Cool. How do we consistently update this, or constantly update this play rate, though? That's what I'm curious about. Okay, so now we have that working. Hell yeah. Easier than I thought. Don't really understand. I mean, this menu is really confusing, but whatever. Let's find our broom now. Add that to our base character. Where's our broom? Hockey broom. So we want to add that to you. Socket. Yep. And we are going to delete that. Oh no. And you are going to be invisible. Let's see. Visible. Not visible. So that's just going to be our collision. Oh yeah, it's there still. It's just really close to us. I'm curious why this isn't attaching in the right way. Oh, the shove cancels it. Alright, so we don't want to get rid of the shove. But this... Very curious why that's not working. It should. Let's just test this out. Let's get our character here. Let's drop one in. Let's get our broom. Let's attach him to it. Oh. I already know what it is. The broom is... It is set to movable. Alright, I didn't know what it was. We have to set this to movable. Attach it to a character. Very bottom, we use this B&B attach. 01. Then let's use animation asset. Hey. It should work. AM broom sweep, and we also have the regular broom sweep. Just the regular broom sweep, and both should work. Yeah, the attach works. So, why don't you work over here? I wonder if it's... We have to force this to happen. Attach actor, attach component to component. Parent, let's force it, because maybe the attach happens before the animation gets assigned. Socket name, okay. Snap. Snap. I mean, please work. It didn't work? Hockey broom. Really weird that it's not working, you know? Really weird. So let's take this hockey broom and let's just say hand right socket. Let's just see what happens then. Yeah, I mean, it's attaching. I mean, it was attaching before too. It's just that that bone doesn't move. Okay, what? For real though, what? Why would that be? Hockey broom. Scale looks a little... maybe it's not. What? See? Okay. Okay, we got our bones. Can we get bone names? Oh, the bone isn't moving. I could see it's not going to the right position. Now, why would that be? I could see it's not going to the right position. It's still down here. I don't like that. Characters. Yeah, it's... yeah, this is right. Ignore the shadow glitches, but... this is right. I can see that you can see the bone stretching to the right position up here. Interesting. Wonder why that would be. Let's try it this way. Calling the montage a different way. We still call the montage. Okay. So let's change where we're attached here. I mean, they're just bones all the same. It shouldn't affect it. Oh, wait, is it the blend? Is it because of the blend? Oh, I bet that is on the lower body blend. Oh, I bet you that's what that is. No? No, it is. I bet you it is. Animation segment. And how do I add... No. How do I preview this? How do I preview the full thing here? Okay. Let's see. We gotta test this out here. Broom. I'm gonna have to talk to our animator about this, but I bet you that this bone down here is assigned to the lower body slot. I'll see if I can modify that in the animation blueprint. Which I don't know what I'm doing in this area. Messaging him on Discord. Okay, where do you set up? I could look this up. U5, where do you assign SKM slots. Okay, here's the upper body slot. How do I define the blend? How do I define these slots here? Standing still, push. Standing still, push, full body, upper body, push. Slot, upper body. How do I set those? I need to define these. I'm sorry. Well, that's kind of what it takes sometimes, and messing up and figuring out what you know and what you don't know. But I'm fairly confident that's what's going on. Is that when it blends the animations, it's because those bones are that far down on the body. I bet that's what's going on. Ooh, mamma mia. Okay. There's got to be a way around it. Make some exceptions. E5 edit anim slots. Window. There's a slot manager. Oh, create a new change slot. One slot manager panel by going to window anim slot manager from the main menu. That's not a thing. Anim slot manager. Okay, yeah. From the drop-down menu, the right of the slots, there's no drop-down menu on the right. Change from the drop-down menu to the right of the slot track. You can change the anim group. Yeah. Open the manage. Open the select the segment and choose the slot name. No. Alright, I'm watching a little YouTube video on this quick. How do I define those slots, though? Okay, hold up. Branch filters. Bone names to filter. is that from the chests is when you blend depth. And what's blend depth, I wonder? Oh. I bet there's a way I can add another is moving. I see. I bet there's a way that we can add another filter. If I look at this guy, let's look at his, where's the skeleton? Let's look at the hierarchy here. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult. I'm gonna need the help of our animator for sure. Gonna need the help of our animator for sure. Well, that's a bummer. That is a bummer. I am sorry. The only way to get around that is to attach. I can get around this. I can get around this in a really kind of shisty way for now. And that's what I'm going to do. All right, so here's our shisty way of getting around this. Is we attach this to the right-hand socket. Okay, can you pause for a second? I don't like it. But it's what we gotta do. Not gonna look right yet. I have to do some. Yeah, it's not quite right yet. And it looks really tiny. Does it not? I might have to pick this up once I talk to our animator, unfortunately. Otherwise, what I can do is pick a different way. Here, this is what I can do. Oh, what's interesting, though, is... No, because it's baked. Yeah, it's baked. Okay. Okay, I can figure this out right here, actually. I can figure this out right here. Let me attach you to... Yeah, I gotta make you movable. I get that. Right-hand socket. Okay. There is a shiesty way to do this. let me actually make a duplicate of this guy, and I'm going to detach him, then attach him there. So so I have the lineup. I'm attaching him to the original bone in the non-blended version. And then I'm just going to line these guys up. Wonder if I detach these. Nice. Okay, nice. So then copy, paste, copy, paste. Perfect. Okay. And then I reattach, attach to right-hand socket. And I copy these transforms. It's really shitty, but that's what we got to do. Okay, so he's attached to the right-hand socket. Nice. Scale should be that. Yep. Not the right way to do this, but it'll work for now until we get that blend space stuff figured out. Okay, glad we can actually solve this. Nice. Okay. Now you are gone. Ah, the shove. We got to disable shove, that's for sure. And when they run, it like takes over the blend a little bit. You stick it in the ground a little bit. We can adjust that. Why is it sticking in the ground so much? We can adjust that. Alright, let's pause. Pause our anims. Oh, yeah, anims are still paused. It's like walking in front of it. I think we gotta change the broom to be sticking out a bit more than that. I think we're gonna take a pause soon because I think we just need to. I think we just gotta figure out some of this animation montage stuff. Because I want the animations to be one-to-one, so I don't have to do all this guesswork. And the brooms are kind of small looking. That's better. It needs to be in front of the character a lot more. Why didn't it start right away here? Let's get this speed, animation speed, doubled. Okay, we're going to continue later. You know, sometimes things don't go as smoothly, but that's just part of it. I'm going to talk to our animator, get some advice on that, and then be able to come back and hopefully make this a bit more of a professional setup. Thank you. See ya.